Konnichiwa, mahalo, elele, hello and welcome into Hanazono Rugby Stadium here in Osaka, Japan, where the home team, Japan, host the Kingdom of Tonga in round 2 of Pacific Nations 2019. Former All Black and a stalwart of the Japan top league with the Toshiba club, Stephen Bates.
Thank you, Ken. And as we saw pictures of the crowd earlier on, look at it, it's full of red and white, and it's not the red and white in Tonga, but the red and white of Japan. But this is set up big. Ben Tuimafuna walks in, the heaviest man in international rugby. But really, well, this is going to be a wonderful occasion. The physicality of the Tongans and the speed of the Japanese. As we look in, that's where they're about to head into the dressing room to get ready to do battle in what will be a hard and fast encounter. And whenever the Brave Blossoms are involved, there's plenty of ball action as well.
Tonga will start. Whanunu, Sakali and Fia in the front row. Mafi and Fifita will be the two locks. Faleafa, Lokatui and Vaipulu in the back three. They will start Tukalua and Fusita in the halves. Kupavuna and Siale Pilta, the captain, are in the midfield. Nafi Tuitavake and Ataili Pakalani are on the wings, and the fullback, the outstanding David Hala Whanua. Tony Brown, who will resume the head coach duties. Michael Leach, the captain. Stephen Bates, they are a team in some form.
That they are. And as I said, these are the live pictures just about to go in. Michael Leach, or Leach Michael as he's known in Japan, giving the last messages. And they'll be ready to go. Exciting for them playing in front of a capacity crowd. As you can see, the atmosphere has been building, and they're just about to get on their way. Inagaki, Horier and Valu are the front row. Thompson, Vandervolt are the middle row. Michael Leach back for his first start to captain. Tokunaga will be 7, Mafi 8, Inagaki 9, and he will be partnered with Tamura. Nakakura is 12, Luffy is 13. Matsuhashi was there. Tupou is at the back as well, which is a very, very experienced backline starting to develop. And 23, Fukuoka too, will bring plenty of speed when he comes on.
Give our thoughts and condolences to Jamie Joseph, whose mother passed away yesterday. He's headed back to New Zealand. We send our very best to his family and his whānau. The Japan team, you will note, wearing black armbands to acknowledge, pay tribute and recognise the life of Maud Joseph. Moi Mei La. Tonga ranked 13th in the world. They lost first up 17-25 to Samoa in very challenging conditions at Apia Park last week. And Japan, very, very good winners, 34-21 at Kamaishi last weekend. They ranked 11th in the world. We have been pleased to have been witness to the growth, development and anticipation here in Japan of Rugby World Cup 2019.
It's a wonderful crowd, and look at that for a shot. That is wonderful, isn't it? Young men involved as well on this occasion, as they're under 50 days now until the big dance really happens. But this is what's it about on hand right here, right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthems. はじめにトンガ王国国歌です。The national anthem of Kingdom of Tonga. 国国歌です。The national anthem of Japan.
The relationship between Japan and Tonga is rich in its history and culture. Began back in 1976 with the then monarch of Tonga, King Taupa'ahau IV, and Toshio Nakano, who was the manager of the Daito University rugby team. And that relationship has set up a rugby academic exchange program. The best part of 40 odd years. Tongan influence in Japan rugby. Stephen Bates, you'll be very familiar with it. It runs deep and it's a significant part of both countries' rugby programs.
Yeah, there certainly is, and they come over, but not only do they come over to play rugby, they also get an education there, so it's a double-edged sword. Very good for the boys, and you'll see the likes like Mafi, the number 8 of Tongan descent. You've got Hilu there as well, 19, who's on the bench, Tongan descent. They go there, they go to university. Yes, they play rugby for their universities and then their companies, but they also get an education, they also get a job, they also get a future. So it's not just a one-way street, it's a two-way street between the Tongan community and the Japanese community. It's a great relationship.
The captain, Chiefs Highlanders, some time here in Japan as well, playing for Yamaha these days. He's with Bristol in the UK. Michael Leach, what a player, captain, what a leader. Serious time with the Chiefs. And Manaki Mafi, who's with NTT Communications, 6'5", 108 kilos. Strong, powerful runner with a big physical presence.
I guess for Tonga, Ken, very, very different conditions what they faced last week against Samoa, isn't it? You've got a perfect field to play on, which you would think would play into the home team's advantage. We know they like to play a hard and fast game of rugby.
Captain Blue.
This is Yu Tamura, test number 56. It gets play underway for Japan on the ball. Comfortably won by Tonga, Takalua. Looking for some go forward from Mafu Fia.
Use it!
Takalua. Tupo. Got it. Japan. Forwards go to work. Nagare. Tamuda. Cut out board in an untidy pass, which is ruled forward.
Started box kicks from Tonga, and Japan got really quickly into shape. But then as they tried to move the ball to the edge, as they know they will, the line speed of Tonga kept coming and dropped it, made a little mistake from Muffy. First scrum, if they can free it, a decent attacking opportunity for the visitors.
Nunu, Sakali and Fia, front row for Tonga. Inagake, Horie, Valu.
No, you don't have any.
For Japan.
You don't have any distance. You are head against head, head against shoulder. Yeah, but gap. Crouch. Bind. Set.
Lua coming from the right wing, Pakalani. He's belted by Tupou now. They go short. With defence, Japan. And the advantage line, Kyle Fatununu. Tonga. Ask a question down the right edge. Japan's defence is solid. Takalua. Fusita, that kick is for Tavake with a bit of footwork. The left arm available.
Deliberate or not? Okay, you want to check? Check it.
It's interesting, they're going upstairs to look for a penalty try here. The ball was slapped down.
We thought it's a deliberate knock-on by number 10, Blue, but yeah. Is it clear and obvious for you?
We'll just get it up now.
Tamura, or was it? It's Matsushima in 14. It's off him.
Yeah.
Matsushima,
Number, please.
not Tamura.
14.
That's. I don't think he's done this on purpose.
Yellow
It's definitely a
Are you
penalty.
happy, Jerome?
Yeah.
Just throwing it
Yellow card. You clear one
And that's
option.
touched Tamura, so he's
No,
offside, so it's a penalty.
He's on the field.
Nothing more than that, surely.
Stop. No.
He's gone a bit, has he? We've missed it.
With a lot of player.
Yeah,
Just
he's
a yellow
running off,
card.
so yellow card, there we go, he's gone.
Just wait for my whistle.
It's harsh. The rule's the rule.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you, Ken. I don't think that was intentional. Anything, I agree with the penalty. But it is what it is. Play on. And it's a chance for Tonga to get
On the line, please.
the perfect start to the game, potential try, and a man in the bin. But Japanese, they love to defend and go at it more time.
Sefo Sakalia to the middle of the line out for Mafi. Stephen Mafi. Now they work the ball to the back of the maul, but Japan have taken some meters off them from the line out, which formed on the 5. Fusita, another attacking kick, which is where Matsushima would have been defended. standing, but he's fallen over. Pakalani. They were a winger down. And Tonga, well, those were the tactics, immediately going to the vacant spot.
Well, very, very smart play. As you said, Ken, there are man down. Masashima, that's where he defends. And apart from a slip, it's try time and the perfect start.
Tamuda. Brings the ball back into the Japan half now. Fifita, good hit. Michael Leach. And the counter rack. Not going to be rewarded, but how about that for good contact from the Japan captain?
Tell you what, they're not losing the physical battle, are they? Entry. There's the entry, but he smacked him. Did Michael Leach, got back to his feet. But as he got back to his feet, twisted around. But they are not getting beating up physically. It's the cross kicks that are hurting the Japanese at the moment.
Sakalia, who's playing as professional rugby in Romania. That ball is won against the throw and then knocked forward by Sakalia.
Advantage over, thanks.
The referee has called advantage over.
Stay.
Lemeki, he got some power, this boy. Lemeki looks for a space in between two defenders around the third. Tried to offload. The game being played at a solid pace now. Takalua. Oh, ball has been turned over again. They're away down the right edge. Japan, Tamuda, Michael Leach. Offloading for Thunderbolt. They're inside their opponent's 22 for the first time in the game. Tamuda. Kicking long for Lemeki. He's taken in the air. There'll be a Tongan player in the bin as well. There's an advantage. Tokunanga. One fend, offloads in the tackle. Now Valu. What great field position for Japan. Nagare. Nakamura. Inside ball. It's lost forward by Tupou. We're coming back for a player taken in the air.
Take a break, Ken. Action, plenty, hasn't it? But with the Japanese, you always got to be on the edge of your seat. No, looks like they're going to kick to the corner and go for the maul, but way back, number 8, Akanami Mafi, turns the ball over, and then Japan break.
No, come on. Captain, it's never a yellow card, it's just a foul play. Mendy there. Yeah, Mendy, just a foul play, no more than a penalty.
You could argue player taken in the air is far worse than tapping the ball down.
It's more dangerous, I know that much.
Okay, 6.
Not so many people stretch it off after a ball's been knocked down.
We've had an entertaining 7 minutes and 23 seconds, haven't we?
Are you okay, White? Okay.
The field is conducive to it, and both teams at this stage
Time on.
pretty keen to throw the ball around.
Time on.
It'll be interesting what they do here. Shot for goal, or do they go to the corner? Over the recent years, they have had a very, very good driving maul, the Japanese.
Brilliant stadium here, Hanazono, one of the beautiful parts of the world, Osaka. A warm night. Shota Horier going long, the ball's over the top. Michael Leach. Player pulled down in the line out. Tokunanga.
Right at the back, watch the arm. I think it's Sitsavini Mafi here. Watch the arm. Just grabs him by the arm.
It's a clear penalty. Okay.
So he can't get up. Well spotted.
Not on the arm. Yeah. Good gap. Good gap.
Shot to Hurier again, goes long to the back for Tonga again. Now they try to get their drive going forward, Japan. Now the back's short. Ball's on the ground, they're in the end goal, Japan. The referee wants the try. They knew exactly what they were doing.
My on-field decision is to try, but we have a look if you control the ball.
Murphy.
Okay. Glenn.
Yeah, here, Jerome.
On-field decision try. Can you have a look, please? You understand?
Yeah.
Didn't see it that time. Let's see if we see it this one here. Rolls over and Hortier's still blocking us. We're not seeing anything from there too. Referee is in pretty good position though. Two camera angles, we're seeing nothing. But look at the referee, he is right there.
That's down.
Yeah, you got to say that's down, surely.
Jerome,
Yeah.
you can award the try.
Thanks.
Well, he was a star in 2015, Amanaki. Murphy was his break from that last scrum. Set up that try on the left edge for Karniskit. They've still got Matsushima. Spend some time in the bin, but the power of Murphy again to the fore.
Probably a little bit lucky that didn't go back too, because Sakalia, the hooker from Tonga, collapsed at about 3 meters out, and he could have found himself sitting on the sideline also.
Problem for Yutamura. Star of the 2015 World Cup, Matsushima, today playing on the wings, played a lot of time at fullback as well in his Japan top league playing career. So played some Super Rugby with the Rebels as well. Matsushima. Tamura. Ooh. Well, we've seen a lot of Tamura over the last decade. And his play and dominance in the last couple of seasons has been exceptional.
He's developed, isn't he? People say 10's develops, and he certainly does. And look at it, they score points. Look where the kick is. Kick was drilled down well inside their 22. Now look where Tonga's line out is. Great way to start.
Four-man line out, Sakalia goes, I said make the throw to Punanga. Catch and pass, and now ball's out quickly, and now Nakamura for Japan. They're looking for the quick recycle.
Third man, 8.
No, let's go.
Vaipulu, he said, number 8, Vaipulu has got the ball there, they said, but a quick change, isn't it? Look at that great evasion there. And then they spread it to width again. Their ability, their handling. And here, we're looking for the number 8 here. Gets in for areas there, gets in first, gets over the top of the ball. Vaipulu, and gets the penalty.
Star of Castres, Premiership winning side in France. Vaipulu, the number 8 for Tonga. Sakalia, one against the throw, but going back on the Tongan side. It's loose, the referee says it's okay, Mapi.
Okay. Look on Japan. Scrum. Knock on Japan. Scrum white.
Early line-out problems, as we see here.
Yeah.
Leach this time,
Nine,
going up,
knock on. Blue.
getting the
scrum white.
right mitt out and making messy ball for Tonga. Second time in a row. They haven't been able to get clean line-out ball to be able to distribute to their backs.
Lucky. Panasonic.
Crush. Bye.
Huge expectations
Set.
on him. Fusita again, the kick out on the left for Tuitavake, but it's taken by Lemeki. Tonga got to put some phases together. Fita inside ball for Vaipulu. Sakalia. Japan defence meeting him on the advantage line. Back to left side. Michael Leach with the tackle on Fusita. Fia caught behind the advantage line. Galua. Will lock the two. The defence from Japan is outstanding.
No, nine.
Fita. Bounced away from one tackle. Luke Thompson forces the error. Great defence from the veteran Luke Thompson with some help from Muffy.
And not only Luke Thompson take a bow, the whole Japanese defensive system, the Tongans are coming at them with their big physical bodies, and the Japanese are not giving an inch around the ruck. They're coming forward and knocking the bigger men over.
Every captain here.
They're back to 15.
Yeah. Come with me. The other
Tony
side.
Brown,
Really good. Your side.
long
Too
career
close.
with Senior,
Too
which
close.
is now
Okay.
Panasonic,
Must find
as
the
a
space.
player
Okay, too
and the
close.
coach. Head coach of the Sunwolves in 2019. Head coach tonight in the absence
Yeah, but it's
of Jamie
because we
Joseph,
start
who goes
like this.
back to
We
New
need to
Zealand.
start like this, okay?
With our
Work out.
condolences and sympathies, he would be happy. Jamie Joseph with the start of his team. Converted try in the
with you.
defence
Stay.
has been
Keep working here. It's
outstanding.
fine. Yeah. Crush. Bye. Set. It is good. Much better. Much better. Really good, but after
Fa'anunu.
stable, strong and stable.
Loose head proppers.
So now with the
From
same and strong and
Castells.
stable. No wait. Actions.
Sakalia, the hooker, as I said earlier, is playing his professional rugby in Romania, and Matfu Fia, who's well known
9.
back in New Zealand, where he played for Manawatu these days, is at Ospreys. A very strong European component to the front row for the Kingdom of Tonga.
Bind.
I'll give you the Japanese front row. Panasonic,
Okay,
Panasonic, Panasonic.
Nagare. Short side play. Nakamura goes to the line and kicks the ball low and into the 22 for Halafanua.
No, stay. Stay.
Doesn't find touch, but he gets the ball in the Japan half. Tupou. Midfield. Bomb, he chases it himself. Tupou
Advantage.
doesn't get it. Buildup.
Advantage over.
Lemeki Oh, great job from Lukatui. Timing was perfect. Now Mafi for Tonga. Kupavuna plays halfback. Takalua. Options. David Faleafa.
No, the ball.
Tamuda. Oh, they're prepared to run the ball from anywhere. Matsushima offloads in the tackle for Michael Leach. Now they recycle. Nagare. Lovely inside ball. Another inside ball. Shot to Horier. And a nice short ball. Matsushima. Alafanua initially looked like he did something with it, but he couldn't secure the ball. Shot up. Horier secures the ball for Japan. Thompson. Van der Vault in the little gap, the left foot step from the lock forward. It's going to be tackled just outside the 22. Nagare. Unagaki. Good work in defence from Pakalani. Another short ball. Lemeki tries to go on the outside of Pilton. Nagare looking for some options. Another short ball. Van der Vault. 8 metres out. Nagare. Wide ball. A little tip on. They've got them in trouble. Utamuda. Right foot step. He's under the post. Held up short. Nagare. Michael Leach. They are loading up on the Tongan defence. Japan. Nagare. All offsides, a penalty advantage. So Nagare, they're holding all the cards at the moment. They're going to pick and go. Mafi going right. Spins away. Hard to hold. Mafi. There's still that penalty advantage for those three players being offside. Michael Leach. There's a fresh penalty. Valu!
That is some try. It really is. Got a mixture of everything in there. Some great ball play. And then at the end, they just finish with some hard grafting, pick and go. And here it is right at the end. Valu keeps his feet moving, gets a bit of the help from behind and goes over for a well-deserved second try for Japan. They're playing some good football in the first 20 minutes tonight.
It was a great ball from Luke Thompson to Wimpy. Van der Vault. Valu's name will be on the score sheet. But Van der Vault was about to do the carry. Thompson turned up at first receiver to just do enough to attract the defence and put Van der Vault into a nice gap, which created the momentum for this very good team try from Japan to be scored by a Valu.
In case if I need to come back. And the second point on the scrum, I stay with BP side. Okay, so you work hard because you're alone. But I stay with you, BP. It's much better now.
because of the heat here in Osaka. They're just going to have a 20 water break at the 20-minute mark. And Ken, before the game, you talked about the rich history between the Tongans and the Japanese. Well, we've got the number 8, we've got the number 3 as the try scorers from Japan. Mafi and Valu, both of Tongan descent. They've opened the scoring for their side, the Brave Blossoms, in this one. And then mentioned they have started very, very well, the Brave Blossoms. You've got to remember too, 14-0 up, and they spent half that time with only 14 men on the field.
So I stay with BP to manage the gap.
For those at home wondering, when Rugby World Cup comes along, what will the temperature be like here in Japan? Won't be quite as hot as it is right now, but she'll still be very, very hot.
Number of signs.
Yeah, action areas there. 44% of the game has been played between the Japanese 22 and halfway, and that to me is when Tonga has been in control and tried to go one-out runners and bash through them. But the Japanese defence has been well and truly up for it. The only time the Japanese defence has looked a bit scratchy is when Tonga has kicked to the corners. There we go. There's tackle made and tackle miss, and that is a worrying sign for Tonga. They've made 20 tackles and missed 16. So that is not a great stat. I want to get that one off the screen pretty quickly if you're a Tongan fan.
Time on, please.
Japan's defence has been perfect. 38-3. Does it get any better than that in 22 minutes of rugby? In 10 of those minutes they were down to 14. New Tamura. Gee, I hope this kid stays healthy. Tamura, and has a great World Cup. If there's any Japan player that deserves to be introduced on the world stage, it's you, Tamura. You and I, Stephen, have been blessed many times over the years to watch him in the Japan top league and occasionally for the Sunwolves. Some player. Sakalia for Faleafa at the front of the line out. Fusita, a little short chip over the top. And the ball, Matsushima attacking the bouncing ball. Now the footwork from this elusive player, Tamura. Shape to go left. Look, he's picked the gap. He's rolled the ball into the 22 and out. He is in some form, Tamura.
Well, you talked him up, Ken, but that is just smart heads-up play. And unfortunately for Tonga, they've missed another 3 tackles there. There's 1, there's 2. Sorry, make it 4. They've missed 4 more tackles, and this is just heads up. They see the wingers out of position, drill Tonga back down, have a line out inside your 22.
Thank you.
Four-man line out again, called by Tonga, the target. Fifita at the front. Lua again kicks from behind the maul. It's an outstanding kick, not much in the way of angle. Great job, Takalua.
That is a lovely, lovely kick, isn't it? Real good length on that. This is time again, 23 minutes in. The emotion's gone a little bit, and everything is a bit starting to get about hard work, rolling up the sleeves. The emotion of the grit in the first 20 minutes is over.
Shota Hori here for Luke Thompson at the back, perfect. Tamura, cut out ball, Lemeki. Left foot step to get away from Pakalani. Nagare. Short tip on for Valu, the try scorer. Nagare. He's got Shota Hori here, first receiver, a couple of second man plays before a good tackle made by Mafi. In the centre, there's an advantage with Tonga, now the penalty.
The blue jump.
I think it's Fafita at the number 5 jersey. Very good tackle, get them straight to ground. Fafita in the 5 jersey gets over the top of the ball and secures it here. Here it is here, very good tackle. It's a 2 locks. 4 makes the tackle, 5 steals the ball. Great combination.
Tavini Muffy made the tackle now. Playing at London Irish. It's 29th test today for Muffy.
I feel, Ken, that Tonga need something here. They need to get some points of some description.
Sakalia goes long and a shot to Horier, who wins it at the back of the line out for Japan.
You kill the ball. You kill the ball. Your feet.
Tautai Kefu,
Yeah.
Wallaby legend, head coach
You
of
never start on your feet. And you put your weight on the ball.
Tonga.
You just keep it. Yeah. 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 On the line out blue, keep 10
Tamuda
before the line out is over, okay?
puts Tonga back in their own half.
Not here.
Tautai Dan Cron on the left. Hurricanes. Scrum coach helping Tonga. Shot to Horier. With Luke Thompson at the back. Tamuda. Short ball on the wraparound. They've got some decoy runners coming. Matsushima missed again by Pakalani. Nagata now at halfback.
Now play on.
Tamuda putting the ball in the air. Horier down the right side. Horier managed to pick up Michael Leach on the inside. Tamuda goes deep. Tupo. Nagate.
Advantage over.
Nagaki. Turning Tonga around. What a play from Nagate. They are organised, precise and accurate tonight, Japan.
Nagati into Mura 9 and 10, driving Tonga back, which is A, great play, but B, Tonga's having some real line-out problems as well. And now they've got one just 6, 7, 8 metres out, and they've lost 3 or 4 by my count already.
Stay.
Sefo Sakalia looking for Muffy at the front of the line out. Tui Tavake forced to press the ball at the end goal, so he's taken back. It's a 5-metre scrum. Japan with great attacking position.
It makes Nagate's kick even better now, doesn't it? So you kick in the corner, bit of defensive line-out pressure, and now you've got a scrum right on the 5-metre line.
Stephen Bates referenced the all Panasonic front row of Japan. Of course, the head coach Robbie Deans.
Good scrum.
Nagate straight to Nakamura at second 5. He's tackled on the 5. Nagate. Thunderbolt. Luke Thompson.
No way!
3 metres out now. Short ball. Murphy. Murphy spins at 1.5 metres out now, Japan. Nagate. Michael Leach. Bumps off the first defender. Tamuda. Double pump. Tamuda. What a great ball. Lafayette cruises around. It would have been the skill from Tamuda. We've been talking him up. He double pumped the ball. Dragged the defender out. And then Lafayette walks over unopposed.
Oh, they are looking good, aren't they? 4 or 5 phases off the scrum, and as you said, Ken, double pump. It's just the 2 centres, 12 and 13, fighting over it. Lafayette's the one who gets the 3rd try.
Captain.
But they are looking good tonight, Japan.
If you need to come in, come. That's okay.
It didn't really look like much, Joe. I only got one look at it, but
Yeah.
it is a bit fast.
Yeah. And there is 2 options for the ball carrier. So, you know what I mean?
Yes.
There is 2 players, 2 blue players. So,
Oh, no, he was asking about a late hit.
yeah.
Smart ball players. Tamura. It has been a joy watching him over the years. Struggled a bit with him. Look at that perfect double pump. So that held up the defenders, thinking that he was going to dummy. Got hit late. So that's what they're looking at. But that comes with the job description. If you're a ball player, you've got to expect the odd tap and the odd slap here and there.
If you're a ball player that's playing a little bit too good for my liking
That's
as well,
right.
you get one of those to unsettle you.
You are not here to put the pressure on the ref. The ref is here to give the watch. No.
Isn't struggled a bit with injuries. Tamuda. He looked fantastic last weekend. He's been near perfect tonight with his decisions, his kicking, his ball play.
To be fair to Japan, you've got to say, and also to be fair to Tonga as well, you almost got to say, other than the sin bin, which I thought was personally quite harsh, they've been near perfect, Japan. They've hardly put a foot wrong.
Former Wallaby and a former All Black, respectively, in charge of these 2 teams tonight. Tamuda.
No, 22.
Another part of his career at Kennan,
Yeah. Captain, let's go.
NEC Green Rockets. Tamuda. Played a bit at second 5 as well over the years. Well, we did the Blues and Sunwolves up in Tokyo here a couple of years ago. Very cool 42 degrees.
Scrum is good here.
So Japan, we expect it's going to get very, very warm in September, Stephen Bates.
Yep, you can see, look at the faces of the players. They've already had their 20-minute water break, so...
And it's a nighttime kickoff.
Yeah.
Crouch.
So there's the shape.
Bind.
We've got 3 loaded on the right side, just 2 on the left with
Re-engage.
one player
Keep
parked
away.
in the pocket immediately behind Muffy. The number 8, that's Tamuda.
Sorry? If he keep his shoulder.
What I like about Japan too is they always seem to have the bailout option. So option 1 is let's get the ball to width, let's see if we can get over their vantage line. If that doesn't work, we'll bring the winger up, we'll plug it in the corner,
Crouch.
we'll push Tonga deep into their own half again. Always 2 thoughts to what they're doing.
The right side. They go. And there are 2 runners coming around. Muffy was the receiver. Not held, goes forward. Muffy, another strong carry from the number 8.
Not you.
Tamuda. They shift quickly. Lafayette now. Goes in and out, and now Lemeki. He's been good tonight, Lemeki.
It's Lokatui over the top of the ball. And I do have to give a rap to them. They've done a lot of defense of Tonga. And they're 7 and 8. Vaipulu in 8 and Lokatui in 7 have been very good defensively. Here it is here. They take it to the edge. This is the man we're looking for. Gets in there, gets over the top of the ball, secures possession. He's having a good game, Lokatui.
A lot of his rugby at counties Manukau in New Zealand. Mickey.
Trying to get this, I gave the touch to his friend, and he told me if I didn't have to give me the food, and
Sakalia, the hooker. Takalua. Good carry from Pakalani. Sita. Again looking for Tui Tavake's wing, but the kick doesn't find its mark. Tupo. First rights to the ball. Tonga in the penalty.
First man, all in on.
See, once again, they have done a lot of defending, Tonga, but they have also dragged out a few breakdown penalties out of Japan. It's real noticeable for me, Ken, is the amount of kicking they're doing.
Yeah.
I know they did early on when they had a man in the bin, they found space, but they are kicking away a lot of ball, Tonga, which means they've got to do a lot of defence. That might change in the second half. We'll wait and see. Maybe it's a tactic.
Solatane Takalua, test number 35 for him today. Well known in New Zealand. Having played many seasons for Northland. These days playing for the Newcastle Falcons. In England, Takalua. Carefully, the coach. Not sure about the logic of that decision. It's easy to have an opinion from the commentary box, Stephen.
Guess they felt like they just needed something, but unfortunately they missed. They're back to square one again. It would be ideal for Tonga if they could run something in just before half time. Get some positivity in the shed.
Goes just above 10. Matsushima. He's having some night at the office, Matsushima. And now Fandeval. Just the second phase and they're on the halfway already. Japan. Nagare. Ball taken by Alafunua.
No, play out, play out!
Connect up!
Ball in the 22.
Throw that home! Good boys!
Tupo. It's only a half-hearted chase team from Tonga coming to apply in defence.
Okay.
From the quick throw. Again they kick. This time Lemeki.
Stay!
Nuffy easily plucked out of the air. Yeah, the big number 8 fires up and throws himself at the Tonga defence. Nagare, Horier, bit of ball play from him. Now Inagaki. Nagare. Again, kicking and bouncing it out. This is some smart football we are seeing tonight from the home team, Japan.
And once again, there we go. We'll just see Muffy winds up. Some great tackle here by Pietau here. We know the power of Muffy. They come in. Great kick. Again, I'll sound like a broken record. They're going to put some line-out pressure on here like they have done all night. To my count, they've stolen 5 and delivered a couple of messy ones as well. So a critical moment because you got to feel that Tonga can't go any further behind before half-time than 21. after 21, it probably just gets too much to claw back.
When it's a big bond, must be aware.
That's 1 minute. Leach.
Time on. Stay!
Muffy, only 6'7". Muffy can't find him. What a year. Oh, nice job. Tonga on the counter-attack. That was a really good steal. What a year. Come off a Japan player.
6 offside. The blue
Standing
kick,
in front.
touch the ball, 6 offside. Yeah.
So a beautiful night, a packed out stadium. And the home team led well by their captain Michael Leach with 3 converted tries. 21-0 they lead Tonga at half-time.
Well, Ken, you've got to say that it's almost been a flawless first half there from the Japanese, bar the Sinbin that happened in the first 5 minutes. They have been very, very good. Tonga, they've kicked away a lot of ball. Whether that's a plan or not, I'm not sure. And their line-out is under pressure, and they've had to exert a whole lot of energy in a very, very humid Japanese evening. So it'll be interesting, the messages that come out of half-time, and it'll also be very, very interesting to see how they change things, both sides, in the second half. And as it stands at the moment, we've got Japan 3-0 over Tonga as we take this one to the break.
Tonga. No ball, no field position, not a lot of confidence, too many missed tackles. Not able to do much to trouble their opponent, so they need to come out in the second half with some new ideas and some new energy.
You mentioned it, Ken. For me, they need to stop kicking the ball away a little bit, you know. They had success early with their cross kicks. Other than that, they've had a couple of bit of success where they put one up in the air, trap the Japanese fullback or wingers, and then turn the ball over. But at some stage, you've got to play some rugby. But maybe that's their plan. Maybe that's what they wanted to do in this first half. We'll find out shortly. There's a sizable piece of Tongan meat to come on shortly.
Well, the Luke Thompson story is worth recounting to you wherever you're watching our images around the world. He was brought into the Sunwolves team in 2019 as cover for the absence of a number of the test players who were taken out of Super Rugby to prepare for the World Cup. So he was a stopgap in effect. He was 36 years old when he made his debut for Super Rugby. So well as he played, he forced his way back into the national side, and he has been a standout so far in this tournament, as we see Toma Taufa, who's on from the bench in the second half. Michael Leach, the captain, Inagaki, Van der Walt, Shotahori, who himself is national captain.
30 seconds.
Timothy Lafayette and Matsushima, they have got some X factor in the back. Japan, Ivalu, try scorer, the tight head prop.
Captain Blue.
It's pretty simple, isn't it, really? They kick deep, they chuck the ball to Tamura, he drills it back down somewhere around the 50. It's a good way to exit your territory after scoring points or starting a match or a half.
Here for Mafi. Sita tips on. Sita kicks from a long way behind the advantage line. Matsushima. No angle.
You are in front. I call 17. Stop. Blue.
Sakalia for Mafi, but it's Kupavuna coming out from second 5 who wins the ball. And a short ball, Toma Taufa. Faleafa driven back. Sakalia. Van der Walt finishes off the tackle. Taufa. The ball's gone forward or built up. An advantage for Japan, who are going to shift the ball to Muda. Inside ball. Well, it was forward to Lamek.
Knock on, scrum. Knock on, scrum wide.
Gave him a wrap in the first half.
Knock on by wide.
There's a nice
No
little move
advantage
out the
for
back,
blue.
around the back of the
Scrum
line out for Tonga. They got their first one over the advantage line. And the big forwards came rumbling around the same way, and they just couldn't get over the advantage line. Thompson, Valu, men you've talked about, Ken, knocking them over and just stopping that momentum. And then the frustration creeps in, which drew a knock on, and that's what we got here. Scrum, Japanese ball.
Crouch. Bind. Guys. 1, 2, 1, 2, re-engage. And this is good here. Okay? Yeah.
Muffy on the left, Fafita on the right.
Crush!
Big boys in the second row for Tonga.
Sit!
Got it. Tamura. An attacking kicker. Short, the bounce for Nakamura. Ball's gone forward. There's an advantage with Tonga.
Knock on blue, advantage white.
Tonga. David Falafa. Lure taken by Horier. This is Pilto at halfback. Pakalani.
You're under pressure, scrum. Always under pressure, knock on blue, scrum white.
I know he gave him a wrap in the first half. There's Tamura, the man who put the lovely kick in. Watch the work of Lokatui, the number 7 for Tonga. The desperation, here he comes into screen. There he is there. He's broken off the scrum, sensed the danger. His side at the moment is being well beaten, but he is making every post a winner. The number 7 from Tonga, Lokatui.
Space.
Opportunity here, Tonga as well. Nice little, not quite centre field, but two sides of the field to work with. They've struggled to break the sort of staunch, tight Japanese defence in close. Now they get the opportunity to potentially throw it to an edge. See what their fleet-footed backs can do with what, hopefully one-on-one situation for them.
Sita. Off of Japan, hand, and now Tutavake loses the ball forward, tapped back by Japan. Tamura turns them around.
It's pretty demoralising really here. So the ball out the back of the scrum gets hacked away. Rebounds off Tupou, then they try to keep it alive to stay from going in field. Then once again, the forwards are now just getting up from the scrum. They look up, what do they see? Run back inside their own half for a line out. The game control from Japan has been very good.
Stay wide.
5-man line out called by Japan. Horier goes to the back, Tamura. Muffy, hard and straight at the defence, and opens them up. Nagare, back the way they came. Short ball, nice carry from Valu. Nagare, Tamura. Now Vanderveld offloads the ball for Thompson. They're into the 22, Japan. Tamura. Nakamura with a ball over the top, it's gone forward.
Yeah. Tackler on the ball.
Here it is here. This is the end of it. They're playing under advantage. That one there, yeah, that one's a mile forward. If that wasn't forward, look at this one here. I'm pretty sure that's more forward. But once again, you've seen the skill between the two locks. The 5 offloading to 4, Van der Vault offloading to Thompson in the tight. Great skill work to get them over the advantage line. Tokanaga there, number 7. Natural 6 and 8 really as a ball carrier. I was interested when I saw him named as a number 7, but he's gone well tonight. Mind you, everyone in the Japan jersey's gone reasonably well tonight, haven't they?
Yeah, well, the 6 and 7 for Japan, both from your ex-club Toshiba.
You've got Michael, obviously, Michael Leach. Fantastic footballer, a real leader over there. You've got this Tokunaga. I remember he came in one of my final years at the club, and I've never seen a kid come out of university being so physically dominant in a game of top league before, and he's continued on his form. As I said, not playing in his natural position, naturally a big ball carrier, but it's rolling up his sleeves and doing a pretty good job on the side of the scrum. We're in the 7 tonight.
For Itamura tonight. 3 conversions, now a penalty.
So if you're Tonga and I see big Bentu Mafuna is coming on, you got to think, what can we change? Because you don't change anything, you're going to look up at the end of the game and it's going to be 40-odd-0.
Muda. Sita. Midfield bomb. Bit of confusion. Nagare eventually. Shortest man on the park takes the ball.
Stay, Toma. White. Toma. Take Lure. No, 8! From the side. Use it!
Keeps himself from Rock, and the ball's gone forward.
First knock on the white.
To Tavaki.
First knock on the white.
Well, this is Ben Tomiafuna as he gets his name announced here at the stadium. That's his first impact into the game. I'll tell you what, this will be interesting too.
Scrum blue, guys.
Inagahi,
Good gap here.
the
Keep
loose head
working. Luke, stay here.
for the Brave Blossoms. Have a good night. I'll tell you what, they're coming up against a much bigger, and you would imagine he is a pretty good scrummager, this boy. So this will be an interesting battle, this one.
Crush! Bind! Sit! This is a good scrum.
The Mickey feeding the scrum. Tsushima. Pirouettes away from 4 tacklers. Matsushima.
Stay on.
Nice bit of skill. The Mickey. But it bounces the ball into the 22. They're perfect. Their kicking game tonight has been perfect, Japan.
Jerome, I'd like to show you some potential foul play, please.
Here we go, looking at some foul play here. Or we're just looking at a hot stepper.
You want to put something on the screen?
Yes, please, Jerome.
Maybe a late hit or something like that. After Nagati's kick or something, maybe. Yeah, right, Ken. Here's that on an absolute string, just driving the Tongans back in their own 22. And that's just what he's done here. put them 5-6 metres out from their own goal, from their own try line. Sorry.
It's coming now. After this one, Jerome, I want you to watch 6 blue in the background. I'll get you another angle.
So we know we're looking at Michael Leach. Not sure what. He seems pretty happy just to play on.
Just trying to get you a replay, Jerome.
Last thing we want is our game to end up anything like the NFL. Long stoppages.
VP, have a look.
Seemingly innocuous incidents.
I'd be very surprised if Michael Leach, knowing it was involved in any kind of dirty play. So it looks like we're not going to see it anyway, so
Nothing.
So the players will get a breather for 30 seconds.
Number 4 touch the ball with his back. Time on.
Maybe a minute.
On the line, guys!
Hoodie here for Luke Thompson. The people want to see some rugby. Now they're going to get it. Michael Leach. Hard. Held him up, Michael Leach. Great defence from Tonga. Now they're going to get to use it or lose it. That is terrific work from the Tongan defence.
He was going forward at a rapid rate of knots, wasn't he? Great little behind the line-out play. He bumps one, then Cooper Vuna and his gets involved, and then a few more stacking up. And I thought he was going to get to the try line and get held up. A good defence, Tonga. His first start, Michael Leach, so 51 minutes in, he'll be starting to feel the lungs, I would imagine.
Took serious calves, didn't he? Took a lure. Great physique. Pulu took a lure with the clearance. Very, very good kick. Sunatani took a lure.
Scrum. It's really good. So now I move. White, stay.
Yeah. Well, one by Vaipulu coming hard onto the ball for Sita.
Offside.
It's going to be called Lafayette jumping out of the line too quick. It's a penalty advantage as well.
Yeah. 13 blue. 13. Called by Luke.
A rear line-out miss from Japan. There was a little bit of miscommunication. He had no back lifter. And they pounced to Tonga. Then Japan just got a little bit excited on their line speed. But let's hope for Tonga. Let's hope for the game. This one gets drilled down nice and deep. It's a good kick. Let's hope we get a nice clean line out from here. And Tonga can play some on-top rugby.
Blue on the line, please.
Get this game a little bit closer.
6, 7.
Sakalia for into the back of the line out. Now the drive from Tonga. Takalua, Sita, nice short ball for Kupavuna. Wakatui.
Advantage, blue!
20 for Tonga on the right of your screen is Capelli.
No, advantage!
Advantage with Tonga for Japan, slowing the ball down to Kalua. Fusita. Now, Puto, the captain.
Yeah, advantage.
Muffy with the tackle.
Tackler, you dive and you stay. Please. Dive and stay in the wrong side.
Here's an interesting choice.
Why not?
Tap. Line out hasn't functioned that well. Scrum. They're going to go to the line out.
You can do now on the line out if you want. Yeah. Number 2 wide. 2 wide.
Therefore, Zakaria. Placed by Alien Noamo. Noamo out of Brisbane City in the Brumbies program. Funa in 18. Nice throw from Noamo, finding Sitivini Muffy in the middle of the line out, and now they try to drive. It's Talfar in 17. At the back of the maul, they're still making progress. Tonga, now they go to ground. Japan shoring up the defence. Tonga now with an offload for Noamo. Best chance in the game for Tonga coming up now. Good hard running in the midfield. Kupavuna. And now Lukatui was held up short. Tonga now building pressure on Japan. They need to get something out of this, Tonga. Referee says yes. Been a long time coming. Fifita, the try scorer.
And well done, Tonga. They needed it, the game needed it to get back involved. They went to their line out. They got a decent maul set, didn't go the whole way, but then they just worked away, picking and going. And then Fifita, the number 5, he gets Tonga on the board. Important kick, really, when you think about it. If you know Tonga's got, if they do have the goods to get back into the game, it's a long way back. They're going to need all the little points they can gather. So right next to the posts, this one needs to go over, and then get straight back down into Japanese territory.
Seven. So 17, the deficit, 18 the target. Shigino is on to replace Nagare, and Matsuda, very accomplished outside back.
No, time on. 3 minutes to go. 3 minutes to go, and after
Shigino from Toyota started in Japan's game last week against Fiji. Tamuda. Gets the ball, and Matsushima and Michael Leach at the same time. Takalua short. Tonga. Nice skill from Tupo, now Mickey. Work the ball to the back.
Let's look at Tui again, number 7. Well, I sound like his biggest fan tonight, but that's at least 3 breakdown turnovers he's got. So here we go here. Look at him come in. There he is, headband earned, number 7, straight in on top of the ball and wins what could be a crucial turnover. Because now, having a very good night at the office, that man on screen. Fono Lokatui. Crucial turnover because hopefully for Tonga this goes deep. And then they can set up another drive. And another pick go. And who knows what could happen with there. Before that starts, we'll have a water break.
Yeah, but here, there are 2 wide players who start strong, 7 and 12.
Lead in the second half, 7-3 Tonga, so they will take some encouragement out of that. Tonga, they lost 17-25 to Samoa last week. Samoa earlier today went down to the USA 13-10. Fiji, very comprehensive performance to beat Canada 38-13. USA haven't beaten Canada last week and now 2 from 2. Fiji are poor, Japan, should I say, are poised. Fiji 1-1, Samoa 1-1.
Thank you. Thank you.
Canada 2 losses. So Vailanu coming on for Vaipulu. Vailanu out of the village of Kolavai. Sione Vailanu. And Vaipulu, a very strong contribution from him.
Yeah, it's fine.
The opening 60 minutes of this cast today, number 8. Now one more. 6-man line out. 1 against the throw by Helu for Japan.
Stay on time, stay on time, stay on time, stay on
Shigeno.
time. Stay on.
The ball, please. Thank you.
Buda. 1-2 play between Tutavaki and Pakalani. Now for Fida, what defense! Outstanding defense, Tokunaga. We're not going to be rewarded, but how about that? For aggressive defense, Tokunaga.
Oh yeah, he gets off the line with Valu, helps him too. On the outside, 1-2, keeps their feet. And just says, get a bit of that into you, throws him on the ground. And unfortunately, Shigeno there just knocks on because they had about 8-on-1 overlap. He's been good tonight, the man in the number 7 and the man in the number 3 actually. They have been very good defensively. The Tongans have come at them hard with their big bodies around the fringes. They've stood up the Japanese. Not only stood up, probably won those collisions.
Keep going. Crush! Mine! Yeah. Too much. No space.
Non, pas possible, monsieur. Les reculs.
And that is lovely. I don't know if you can pick that up, but I don't know who it is. But there's someone in the Tongan team speaking French to the referee. So I'm not sure who it is out there. It wouldn't be one of the Japanese boys. Someone on the Tongan team is speaking French to the referee. What a wonderful game, a global game.
Crouch!
Tongan speaking
Bind!
French in a game against Japan. It is indeed a global sport. Life needs more sport.
Please be careful here, behind you. From here.
No changes in the Japanese front row yet. You'd imagine with 18 minutes to go, 17 as it clicks over, they wouldn't be too far away.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
Takulua. Good scrum from Tonga.
Engine. No.
You can see what the intent there was from Taumia on the far side. He wanted a penalty, was going to keep working for it until he got one.
Taumia plays for Racing 92 in France. The premiership winner there, so there'll be nothing too shabby about his French.
9!
On top of that, Fa'anumu and Vaipulu, who started the game.
Sorry.
Both playing France as well, so they've got some French speakers.
Maybe that French he just said to him, hey, I'm going to keep scrumming, can you give me a penalty? And he said, oui, and that was it. There's my French done for the night.
So Sakate and Himeno are on for Japan. Gino. Nice aggressive defence from Tonga.
You can play.
Shigino. Tip on. Not much that Taufa can do with that ball. Is on, stolen by Helu. And they quickly shift to the left edge. Japan, they've got Tonga under real pressure. Rafaela turns the ball back on the inside. Tamura. Matsuda went back for the ball. Mafi.
Advantage.
Shigeno.
Advantage blue.
Lameki. 6 meters out.
Advantage.
Tamura. Leach. Flat ball, it's gone behind Matsuda.
Side entry.
They wanted the kick, the Japanese outside backs. They were screaming for it out on this right-hand flank. Didn't come, Leach took the ball in contact instead, but Helu, what a turnover to put him in this position.
Captain. France check.
There we go. Here's a drive. Coming, or do they have a little trick play up their sleeve? He's a man who's got him into this position. Great turnover, and they played. There's their line-out success. And more importantly, probably for the Tongans, the losses.
Sakate for Japan, going long for Himeno. Murphy. Yeah, his physical best today, Murphy.
One. Yeah, but after you must. Okay.
Coach Tony Brown's not happy with something. You've got to pay credit to Tonga as well in the second half. They really have stayed in the fight. They've controlled things a little bit better. They've controlled the pace of the game. Had a bit more territory. Certainly made it a contest, because at one stage there was looking like it could easily get out of hand.
Second penalty in this second half after kicking 3 conversions in the first. Bar coming on for Kupabuna. Kelly on block for Steveni Murphy. But he loses the ball. They shift it quickly. Sakate. Shigeno. Mura with the ball over the top into some vacant space. The chase is on it from Lameki. And Lameki falls over.
Somebody's here.
Now, Onohana Havili. Kuna, first receiver. Leon Fuka jersey 22. Plays him halfback.
There's a lovely little touch just in behind here. Well, Mickey could have gathered this second one in. That one there, the kick had gone a little bit further. There's no one in front of him. There's Fukuoka on the field. Man who scored a wonderful try last week. Kisu's on there as well. So they have changed their whole front row. Now the Japanese.
Second test for Kizu. Miura's played 6 Sakate. This is his 15th. Luke Thompson. Murphy. Shigeno. Hilu. Strong ball runner, Hilu. Tamura. Due on the ball. And Matsuda. Still got good field position, Japan. Kizu. Shigeno. Tamura with a kick along the ground. Matsushima coming onto the ball. entertainer and what a try scorer he is. Kotaro Matsushima.
Great vision from outside. You heard the call, Zarash, Zarash, Zarash. And he got it to Mura, and he rolled it in behind. And look at this, the bounce does sit up for him, but he's got to have some good skill to take it as well. And he goes under the bar. Been a little bit quieter in the second half than they have in the first half, the Japanese. But a very, very good try again. They were well outnumbered defensively. They put the ball in behind. The ball kicked up a little bit for him that helped him out. There's still plenty of skill involved in that.
Smile we're going to see a lot of in Rugby World Cup 2019. He was one of the stars in 2015. A lot of these Japan players, they haven't played a lot of rugby. In 2019 they will be fit, fresh and eager to do well.
And a tough pool too, aren't they? They open the World Cup against Russia. Scotland are in their pool, who are getting always better. Ireland, we don't need to talk about Ireland, we know they're good. And they've also got Samoa in their pool as well, so not an easy pool for Japan at all.
Feet. Sent into contact by Tamura. Leach. Fanua loses the ball forward. And now Matsuda. Oh! We're just about to get excited then.
Well, you mentioned the man on screen, Yu Tamura, earlier on here, as we see the high ball come up. Gets knocked on, and then they break down the field. A good turnover again, which Tonga have been very good at, turnovers at breakdown. And Yu Tamura nearly grabbed an intercept, but you mentioned the control he's got on the game, the understanding, the development. So the ball gets kicked down, he just says to Murphy after he catches it, carry. Murphy carries it, and as Captain Leach steps up, and he points and goes, go there. And then he tells him switch back blind and kick. So he's controlling the game from 10. It's been a masterclass by the number 10 in the Brave Blossoms jersey.
A good scrum from Tonga. Short ball. Pioto offloads. Run around play for Pakalani.
Blue on the scrum, collapse. Blue on the scrum, collapse.
You've got to say, Tonga, they've thrown everything at it. They've been competitive. You just got to say Japan in most areas, perhaps all areas, have just been one step ahead of the game, and that's the difference. This team, well, this squad has been together, as Ken, you mentioned, for a long time this year. They haven't played a lot of rugby. They've had time in the saddle together, be it not so much games. They've had internal games. They're just at the moment are just one step ahead of Tonga in most things they do.
Very good crowd. Just under 21,000 here at Hanazono. Great atmosphere, terrific supporters. There's much excitement. Story floating around up here in the last few days about Japan looking at establishing their own 12-team professional league. It sits on top of the Japan top league as well. Some ambitious planning going on as Tonga try to open up the Japanese defence with another set play. Fukafuka gives the ball, another good tackle. This time from Sakate. To force the ball loose in the tackle. That's the perfect tackle. As a result of the hit, you get the ball back. This is, keep your eye on 16. Sakate, shoulder in under the ball, into the ribs. Loses the ball forward. Nice.
I suppose that's the development in the Japanese game we've seen a couple of years ago. Eddie Jones as coach in the last World Cup. They had to do everything at speed because it's the only way they go. They couldn't physically match teams. But you've seen a Japanese team tonight that can match a pretty physical Tongan team up front, that's for sure.
4-2 split, Japan to Muda. That's where the 4 is. To Bo. Shigeno. He's been their best player in contact tonight, no question.
I 100% agree with you there, Ken. He's been very, very good. For all 77 minutes and 30 seconds, he has been into absolutely everything. And Japan are into this one, because away they go again.
A bit of creativity from Japan, opting to just go with the tap and shift the ball to the edge. Shigeno. Nice clean out from Kizu. Down the left edge. Fukuoka, he's got some pace. Fukuoka steps away from 2 defenders. He's an excitement machine. Started last week, off the bench this week. And he's been doing that for years, Fukuoka.
I don't know if we're going to get a front-on vision of this, but I think he's beaten the fullback in about 20 centimetres. Oh, here we go, we're going to look at this. Wait till the ball gets us in. Puts the gas down, puts a fin out. Look at this, he's got no room. Bang, he's beat him. And then back to full speed. And he goes in right next to the posts. That is some individual try.
Delight, crowd are on their feet here in Hanazono. Kinki, Fukuoka, previous star of their Sevens program. Another product of the powerful Panasonic club, which have been one of the dominant teams up here in the last 10 years. Very fortunate to have former Crusaders, former Wallaby coach Robbie Deans as his mentor at Panasonic, Fukuoka. Seven from 7 tonight, Yutamura. There's got some nice decisions to make. Paia Fatununu is back on. Muffy. They're going to open up for one last throw of the dice. Matsushima's into the backfield. Takes the cover with a right foot step, looking for Fukuoka on the left side, but it has been Fukuoka. Matsushima have lit up the last part of this game with their running, their agility and their class as Japan 41-7 winners over Tonga. What a game also from Luke Thompson, and what a story he will have to tell about his 2019 year. Michael Leach, another outstanding performance from the leader. 21,000 just under here at Hanazono.
And Tonga 7. Congratulations to Japan.
Just seen there the appreciation of the crowd as well, clapping them off. They've had a very, very good night at the office, the Japanese. Big minutes out of their men in the middle. You mentioned Thompson there, played the whole game. Leach, first start for a long, long, long time. He played the whole game, so got some really, really good minutes out of their boys. The Tongans wrestled the advantage off them in that first part of the second half, but Japan came home with a wet sail, and they'll be very, very happy with their performance tonight. Scrum was good, line-out was good, kicking was outstanding, physicality was good. Not quite faultless, but not too far from it from a Japanese team who is looking very good with a couple of games to go until they host their own World Cup.
放送席、観客の皆さん、それでは勝ちました日本代表のリーチマイケルキャプテンにお話を伺いしたいと思います。リーチマイケルキャプテンにお話を伺いしたいと思います。まずは今日の試合の感想から聞かせてください。
What do you think about the game tonight?
やろうとしていることは、しっかりできたと思います。今日の試合に関して、10点中、8ぐらいですね。
We're able to achieve what we wanted to do, so I give it 8 out of 10 tonight.
後半なかなか点が伸びなかったですけれども、このあたりはどうだったんでしょうか。
Guys struggled to score in the second half. What was going on there?
自分たちのセットピースでペナルティしたり、ブレイクダウンで、ターンオーバーされたり、それが一つの原因かなと思います。
Well, we struggled a little bit in the set piece and we gave away turnover in the breakdown. I think that was the issues there.
フィジーの試合ではリーチ選手ご自身のパフォーマンスはちょっと不満だったようですけれども、今日ご自身のパフォーマンスはいかがでしたか。
You mentioned that you weren't really happy with your performance in the previous Fiji game, but how do you rate your performance tonight?
今日の試合は、10点中の 2点ぐらいですね。はい。
10点中2点。I'll rate myself 2 out of 10 today.
それでは次の試合に向けて一言お願いします。
What do you look forward to for the next game?
自分たちのパフォーマンスに完成、できているので、次の試合、パフォーマンス落ちないように、準備から集中したいと思います。
We keeping our consistency well, so we need to keep up our good performance and also prepare well.
最後に花園のファンの皆さんに一言お願いします。
So comment to fans that came out to Hanazono.
花園の皆さん、大阪の皆さん、今日の応援ありがとうございます。僕たちも、高校生の時から、ここでプレーして、また日本代表としてプレーすることはすごく、目をあると思っています。今後続きワールドカップも含めて応援よろしくお願いします。
リーチキャプテンのお話しました。ありがとうございました。
We are blessed in our game to have humble, modest and articulate leaders. Michael Leach left New Zealand at a young age to come to Japan, fully immersed in the culture. Now the Tongan captain.
それではトンガ代表のシアレ・ピアタウキャプテンにお話を伺いしたいと思います。まず試合の率直な感想からお願いします。
What do you think about tonight and today's game?
It was a tough game. We knew that Japan were going to play a fast tempo game, and they capitalized on all our errors and managed to score tries.
はい、非常にタフな試合でした。で、日本のスピードがやはり非常に速かったので、我々それを追う側でついていけないシーンがいくつかあったというふうに思います。
この花園でできたということはワールドカップでも試合されますから大きかったと思うんですけども、その辺はいかがでしょうか。
We believe that being able to play at here Hanazono is a big meaning for you because you're going to play again here for the World Cup.
Yeah, we are looking forward to returning here to Hanazono. We heard some beautiful singing from the crowd in Tongan, and a big thank you to the crowd for coming and supporting both teams. But we look forward to returning back, and we hope that the supporters can get behind the Team Tonga.
はい、我々この花園に来るのをやはり楽しみにしてきましたで、今日観客の皆さん素晴らしかったと思うんですね。日本代表を応援していたと思いますけれども、我々のこともサポートしてくれたので、今度戻ってきた時はぜひまたトンガのことも応援してください。
はい、ではまた花園で会えるのを楽しみにしています。
So we look forward to be able to see you again at 花園。
皆さんありがとうございました。よろしくお願いします。
Likewise, Siale Puto, the captain of Tonga, disappointed. Very respectful and acknowledging of his opponent and the crowd. And now Tony Brown.
はい、それでは日本代表のヘッドコーチ今日代行になりましたトニー・ブラウンヘッドコーチ代行にお話を伺いしたいと思います。まず今日良かった点、ジャパンの良かった点どういったところでしょうか。
What was positive about today's game?
I thought the test match was a tough old battle, and I just think when we did score our tries, we executed really well.
やはりしっかりとやるべきことを遂行できて、プラン通りに遂行できるときに、トライが取れたと思います。そこが非常にポジティブだったと思いますね。
少し相手にターンオーバーされるところが多かったと思うんですけど、このあたりはどの辺が問題だったでしょうか。
We gave away a few turnovers to the opposition, but what was happening there? What was the problem there?
I just think that Tonga came tonight to really attack our breakdown. They did a good job there, made our ball messy at times, and turned over, got a few penalties from it.
やはりトンガは非常にブレイクダウンに対して攻めに来ている姿勢があったので、そこは激しく、プレッシャーかけられてボールが乱れたというところがありますね。そこでターンオーバーにつながってしまったシーンもあると思います。
次のアメリカ戦はどんなことをテーマに戦いますか。
What would you like to do against America?
Yeah, first is to get Fiji, prepare well, and if we beat America, we win the PNC. So that's a massive challenge for us as a team, and one we're looking forward to.
まず強豪のフィジーに勝てたということで、この PNC しっかりと全勝しに行きたいと思ってますし、大きなチャレンジが控えていると思っています。
今日のこの花園の観客の皆さんいかがだったでしょうか。
What do you reckon about all the fans that came out to Hanazono tonight?
Oh, they've been amazing. Our first 2 test matches in Japan this year have been fantastic. Support's been outstanding, and looking forward to the World Cup.
本当に皆様の素晴らしい応援感謝しています。今年テストマッチ2戦ありましたけれども、その国内での2戦本当に皆様の応援が励みになっています。
ありがとうございました。トニー・ブラウンヘッドコーチでした。ありがとうございました。
Indeed, it sets up a final.
はい、それではトンガ代表のトータイケルヘッドコーチにお話を伺いしたいと思います。まず今日の試合の感想から聞かせてください。
What do you think about tonight and today's game?
Yeah, look, a bit disappointing for the result, but Japan deserved to win. Much better team.
はい、我々にとっては少し残念な結果になってしまいましたが、日本が勝つ価値のある素晴らしいチームだったと思います。
今日は日本のどんなところが良かったと思いますか。
So, what aspect of the game do you think Japan played well for today's game?
Oh, look, I think they executed well. Very strong set piece, and they got the tempo they wanted. I thought maybe after half time there was a little bit of a change and we slowed the game down, but they finished well.
そうですね、全般的に素晴らしかったんですけれども、やはりセットピースが非常に強かった、そして速いテンポだった、後半はちょっと違うゲームをしていてスローダウンしたんですが、やはり、最後まで決定力があったと思います。
トンガ代表は今度ラグビーワールドカップではこの花園でもプレーがありますので、皆さんにメッセージも含めてどんなプレーを見せたいかお願いします。
So, Tonga will play another game for Rugby World Cup here in Hanazono. So, if you can give some message to the local people, that would be great.
Yes, look, we're going to get better. This is small steps for us, but once the Rugby World Cup come around, we'll be much better than tonight.
はい、我々今まだ準備の段階で本当に小さなステップを積み重ねていますけれども、ラグビーワールドカップではもっと強いトンガになって戻ってきますのでよろしくお願いします。
ありがとうございました。
There is a legend of our game, Totai Kefu, 103 games for the Reds, 60 tests for the Wallabies, and of course 1999 Rugby World Cup winner with the Wallabies. And and these days the head coach of Tonga. And there's a lovely photo of a young Jamie Joseph with his mother, Maud, who sadly passed away, and the team wearing black armbands tonight in memory and recognition of her life. And we send out once again our sympathies and condolences to the Joseph whānau in New Zealand as they come together to honour her life on a night where Coach Joseph's team performed exceptionally well. This player, Luke Thompson, has been immense in 2019. It was an outstanding game of rugby.
Yeah, it certainly was, wouldn't they? They come out of the blocks really quickly, the Japanese. They started off their maul, which they're very, very good at. And then it was Muffy, the number 8, who crashed over for the first try. Went upstairs, but no problem. And then again, this is a wonderful team try, this one here. This is just the back end of it. There was interlinking, and then Valu got the try for the pick and go. But it was wonderful, wonderful team effort to get them into that position. Then after Nagari had kicked the ball down deep, they had a scrum, they punched away, Murphy punched, and then Leach punched, and then one of the guys who was perhaps a standout tonight, in the top 3 at least, he double pumped and then had choices to burn. Do I pick 12? Do I pick 13? I'll pick 13. And Japan, they get their 3rd try, and that was the score at half-time, 3 tries to 0 and 21-0 going into the break. So a wonderful half of football for Japan. They came back out, quick little warm-up after going into the sheds, and then it was Tonga who came back out after a penalty goal from Japan, came back out and started firing away with a few pick and goes. And then Fafita, the number 5, he got some just reward, got the pick go, but unfortunately for Tonga, that was their last points of the night after the kick. And then from there, it was just Japan all the way. And here it is here, just a build-up from them here. It was lovely. They get a little kick in behind, and there it is there. Number 14, you'll see him come into screen, Matsushima. The ball bounced up, but it took plenty of skill from this man here. And all of a sudden, Japan just ripped the floodgates open. The speed of the game increased. Then they switched from one side to the other. They go out the back and just look, Fukuoka. I'll let him do the talking. Watch this. Wonderful. You can't teach that stuff. Beats the fullback on about 30 centimetres. And for the 2nd week in a row, he scores a wonderful try down that left-hand flank. And that was all that was said for the night. They came out convincing winners in the end. They said there's that photo of a young Jamie Joseph as well. And convincing winners, Japan 41-7 over Tonga tonight. And a dominant performance, one that Tony Brown and everyone at the ground tonight at Hanazono will be happy with. There's a points table, Ken.
There it is, and you can see USA 2-2, Japan 2-2, and they play each other in the final round next weekend in the 2019 World Rugby Pacific Nations. So it has set up a final for us. Fiji 1-1, Samoa 1-1, and no luck in the first 2 weeks of the competition for Tonga and Canada. So that will set up a thrilling USA versus Japan final next Saturday, and on a day where we celebrate excellence in our sport with Japan really turning it on. They take time to acknowledge and remember their coach who can't be with them today physically but is here in spirit. On behalf of Stephen Bates and the production crew here in Hanazono in Japan, thanks for watching World Rugby Pacific Nations 2019.